Hello everyone, my name is Brunama Cindy Claudia. My metric number is 308590. Today I will be presenting on chapter 5, which is Metaphysics. My presentation will be divided into two parts. First, I will explain what is metaphysics, including its concept, theories, and key question. Then I will respond to the metaphysical question raised by the picture provided, which show a funeral ceremony. What is metaphysics? Metaphysics is one of the major branches of philosophy. The word metaphysics comes from two Greek word, which is physica, meaning the physical world. So metaphysics is the study of reality beyond what we can see and touch. It deals with the nature of existence, the meaning of life, and the question that science alone cannot answer. For example, what is real? Do we have soul? Why do things exist? Is there a purpose behind human life? These questions are central to metaphysics because they explore reality at its deepest level. The second one is Aristotle being qua being. Aristotle, founder of metaphysics, described it as the study of being qua being. This means studying things simply because they exist, not because they are physical objects or living beings, or maybe social structure, but because they are real. Metaphysics looks at the most basic aspect of existence, identify unity, difference, cause, time, and space. For example, when we see a chair or a tree, metaphysical doesn't focus only on what the object is physically made of. What does it mean for something to exist? How do we know something is real? The third question is two meaning of metaphysics. There are two meaning of metaphysics. First one is philosophy metaphysics, such as meaning focused on abstract concepts such as existence, identify, universal, cause and effect, time and space. These topics do not depend on religion and can be studied through reason and logic. The second one is religious and spiritual metaphysics. Meaning deals with things that cannot be detected by our five senses. These include souls, spirit, angel or jinns, God, heaven and hell, the afterlife. This meaning connect metaphysics to the religion. Although Western philosophy usually separate metaphysics from religion. In Malaysia, for example, and many other places, people naturally link metaphysical with spiritual belief. The fourth one is the debate between materialism and idealism. What is that? Its two major metaphysical theories try to explain the ultimate nature of reality. Materialism is the state that only physical matter is real. According to this view, everything can be explained through the brain, biology, and or physical laws. There's no soul, or if it's there, it is just a part of the brain. Consciousness is only a product of neurons. Materialists usually reject or remain skeptical about the spiritual world. Idealism says that the mind or spirit is the most fundamental reality. According to the idealism, the physical world depends on the mind. The soul can exist independently of the body's spiritual reality are real. Idealism supports the idea of God, the afterlife, and the existence of non-physical entities. These two theories create difference between interpretation of life, death, and human identity. For the fifth one is the mind-body problem. One of the biggest topic in metaphysics is the mind-body problem. How can the non-physical mind interact with the physical body? Materialists say the mind is simple the brain. Idealist says the mind or soul can exist without the body. Which one is real? This debate becomes very important when we talk about death, the afterlife, or spiritual experience. So the sixth one is metaphysical belief about God. It's related to several belief systems such as theism. What is theism? It's belief in one or more gods. And then atheism, believe that there is no God. And then there is agnostic. It's uncertainty about God existence. So it's kind of similar with the atheism. And then deism, belief in a creature who doesn't interfere. And pantheism, believe that God is identical with the universe. And then panentheism, believe that God is in everything but also greater than everything. These beliefs shape how people understand the world, the purpose, the morality, and the life after death. And it comes to the part second, which is analysis of the picture. Now I will respond to the metaphysical question based on the picture provided. The image shows that a funeral gathering, several people are seated together. The coffin is placed in the center, and a funeral leader appears to be performing a ceremony. A scene like this naturally raises many metaphysical questions. The first question is, what is metaphysical question does this picture raise? This image touch the topic that metaphysical tries to explore, such as what happened after death, does the soul continue to exist, or where does the soul go? Is the death end of or the beginning of another journey, like in another life? Do we have another life or something? So what is the true nature of a human being? Only a body, or a body and a soul? The answer is metaphysics try to explore. Second one is my personal perspective. From my own point of view, these funeral scenes show that humans believe there is something beyond the physical body. Even though the body is no longer alive, people still show respect, love, and prayers. This reflects a belief that that person still exists in other way. Spiritually, to me, that death remind us that life is temporary, that there may be a deeper meaning behind human existence. It suggests that humans are not just physical beings made of matter, but also have spiritual aspect that continue after death. And then there is like materialist versus idealist interpretation in this world. The first one is materialist view. A materialist will interpret this scene by saying that is the end of biological life. The funeral is a social tradition to honor the deceased. There is no soul or afterlife. Only memories from this perspective to focus on the physical world only. But the idealist view will say the soul continues to exist after the body has died. The funeral ritual honors the soul. Prayers help they guide the soul to the next stage of existence. this view sees the funeral as more than just tradition. It as a spiritual experience and any other things. And the connection to the second meaning of metaphysics. This picture relates strongly to the second meaning of metaphysics. Like, for example, the spiritual meaning. It involves belief in the souls, the rituals, and then spiritually and the end afterlife, all of which cannot be observed physically. This shows that how metaphysical belief influence culture and tradition, and then how people dealt with death. So for the conclusion, metaphysics is the study of existence and reality beyond the physical world. It helps us to understand life, identify consciousness, and the possibility of the life after death. The funeral image show that the metaphysics questions are not just philosophical. They are also the part of everyday human existence, human experience or something, and they shape how we live, and then how we understand ourselves and how we deal with death. So yeah, thank you for today. Thank you for watching.